everyone. So this is another thrift video, but I just wanted to apologize in advance. I have a cough right now, and so my voice in this audio is extremely raspy and cuts out quite a bit, but I really wanted to get this video out to you guys. So if you could just please bear with me. I promise I found some cute things that I want to share, so let's get into it. So I just thought I'd share this quick little side of the road find. I was on a walk with my kids and I saw somebody had set these wood chairs out to the side of the road. I sent a picture to my mom and she said, I want them. You have to get them for me. So I walked home, grabbed my car, and drove back over to scoop them up. I brought them home and it looks like somebody had started sanding them, maybe going to refinish them, and decided against it in the end. And my mom will definitely be able to do something awesome with these chairs, whether she sands them natural or paints them in a matte black. But either way, this was my first side of the road score for the nice weather seasons, and I was super excited about it. Let me know if you'd like to see more of this along with yard sale and garage sale finds. You could leave a comment, and also don't forget to please like and subscribe. This is just another little trip up to my local Talize. I started looking at these end caps of the jewelry, and I usually do take a peek here. I just don't necessarily post about it, but sometimes you can find some really nice stuff in here. And I did stumble across a couple of kind of gold necklace pieces that I thought were really fun and really pretty, and it's just such a good spot to look if you have an event and you don't want to spend a lot on a statement piece of jewelry like a wedding or a shower or anything like that. I made jewelry and still do on occasion, so I always appreciate seeing really fun pieces when I'm out. I'll actually insert just a couple of my pieces that I made here if you guys are interested in seeing that. I actually had originally started making jewelry after my daughter, who's now 10, had a stroke at the age of 4, and once we got home from her rehab therapy hospital, I really needed something to focus on, so I started making jewelry, and I donated a huge portion of the proceeds to the rehab hospital where she stayed, just as my small way of giving back. I ended up making jewelry for a few years, and like I said, I still do on occasion, but I did DIY bracelet parties where everyone would get together and make bracelets with different beads, and then I also did a ton of craft shows and things like that. I took a peek at the furniture section at this Talize. It's not always amazing, but sometimes they get something unique. This time there wasn't really anything that caught my eye. I'm on the hunt for some flannel shirts to bleach. I don't know if any of you saw my short, but I really want to do more of the bleaching flannels for spring and summer, so I'm on the hunt for that. So I went to the men's section, and I did find a couple of things that I liked. However, they were super expensive for a thrifted item. Like I mentioned in my first video, the Canadian thrift prices have just skyrocketed, and a shirt that used to cost $6 or $8 is now costing almost $20. So unfortunately, my hunt continues for more flannel to bleach. I did also take a look at the jean jackets while I was at the store. I love looking at jean jackets. Some of them are really nice and vintage. This was not vintage, but it was a really nice men's jean shirt that could have been worn as a loose jacket. I really liked that. And then the ladies section had a few really good jean jacket pieces, and the prices were not too bad on them. I could understand paying about $10 or $15 for a really good jean jacket. I actually overheard 2 employees that were doting over a wedding dress that they were putting out on the rack, and so when they were done, I just had to go over and take a peek at what it was. It was actually this gorgeous wedding dress, and it had a train and everything and buttons down the back. It was absolutely beautiful, and it was $80. I checked out the lamps as well. I always look in the lighting sections, and there wasn't anything that great this time, but I did stumble across this lamp that had a house at the base of it, which I thought was so sweet. It would be so cute in a cottage. I would just change the shade on it because I wasn't particularly fond of this one. But I feel like every thrift trip, I keep finding these mini houses Of course, I went to the placemats and pillow covers section and I saw these two amazing mustard and cream boho placemats. They were absolutely adorable. They were only two for about $2.30, which I thought was great. And I noticed pinks. There were so many pink fabrics and pillowcases and placemats and things like that in this section, and I wondered why that was. They were beautiful. So I don't know if pink is, like I said, trending right now or past its trend, but it was fun to see the nice spring pinks. I also took another look at the curtains again, and I stumbled across some really nice neutral kind of modern farmhouse style curtains. This one had these little embroidered dots all over it, and I thought that was really sweet. They were about $12.99 a panel, but they were very heavy and definitely room darkening curtains for sure. So definitely worth the price at that point. But I just love all the textures in this section. Everything is so rich and textured. I love it. I did check out the full florals and greenery. I love looking at this section, but unfortunately this time there wasn't a lot there for me. I did see this sweet little vase with some flowers in it that were really neutral that would look great on a shelf and bookcase styling or a bathroom even. Since it's spring, I decided to take a look at all of the planter pots and things like that they had in this area, and I did see a couple of cute little kind of farmhouse style pots, but this one small kind of vintage looking pot in the cream and blue was so sweet, and I feel like it would have been really cute in a bathroom on a counter with a plant, or even used in your kitchen with utensils, wood utensils sticking out of it. Definitely give off some cute farmhouse vibes. I stumbled across this pink depression glass tray and I loved the oval shape of it. I actually had a lot of pink depression glass items when I was running the thrift shop with my mom. It's always something that has caught my eye. I just love the pink tone to it. The vase section didn't have quite as much today, but I did see this really cute picture. I loved the ridges and the fluting to this picture, and I feel like it would have made a great addition to a kitchen shelf sitting either on top of or next to a stack of books, or with some faux florals in it, or even some fresh tulips from the local grocery store. Okay, again with the mini houses. So I had already seen the lamp, and then I went to this home decor section and they had a whole row of these mini houses. They were actually party light, which really surprised me. I wasn't expecting that. But they were charging $15 each. So it would have cost you a pretty penny to buy this set. But I imagined that they were not cheap, brand new. I also stumbled across these two lanterns. They had kind of a hurricane glass that came with them and a candle holder spot. And I thought that they looked so pretty and unique and just very on trend with all of the things that the high-end stores have for lanterns. And if I had a spot for these, if I had a shade tent or gazebo or pergola, I definitely would have purchased them. Actually, right next to them as well was this cute little reed diffuser. But something like this is so pretty to have staged on a bookcase or a bathroom counter or even a dresser in a guest bedroom. On the other side of the aisle, I actually came across these 4 decorative balls that usually I see these in bookcases set in like a little basket or a tray or on a coffee table, for example. And I did feel them. They are plasticky and kid-friendly as well. They're not breakable. So these definitely would have been cute sitting in a little round dish. So as I was headed over to where the canisters are, I spotted this little piece of pottery, and it actually had this really cute like knot on the handle, which I thought was super unique. I'm actually not sure why I didn't end up buying it when it was only $3.30. The colors were so amazing. So I may try and go back and see if it's still there. I believe it's actually a mug, but I definitely would have used it as like a little vase or something along those lines in my decorating in my bookcase, just to have on display because I loved the colors and the style so much. I always peruse the frames section because you never know what you're going to find there. Sometimes there is actual artwork. Other times there's great frames for gallery walls. I do have a gallery wall in my living room. Now, I did not thrift the the frames that I used in my gallery wall, but I very easily could have. I actually had just wanted a very specific color theme, and it worked out for me to buy the frames new at my local Home Sense, and I searched for them over a certain period of time. But I really want to do a vintage gallery wall. When I was growing up as a teenager, I did this in my bedroom at home and loved it. I had a lot of Marilyn Monroe photos on display, and I just think it's such a great section to look in if you're looking for something more unique. I moved on to the basket section after that, and I stumbled across a few unique and cute pieces. I did see this large, round, black kind of tray. I feel like this would be a great backdrop for shelf decorating to add some texture, and also it would look great hanging on a wall. It could also be used on a coffee table with faux greenery inside, anything to add a bit of texture and a natural element into your space. So I also stumbled across this really cute little basket. Big thing for me was that it had this leather strap at the back for hanging. So all those inspo photos on Pinterest that we save and you hang a basket off with faux greenery or florals sitting in it, this would have been right up that alley. They had some really great like tray style baskets. They were in good shape and I liked all the colors and everything. The prices were not too bad. They were around $4, and I just think these would have made great styling for the kitchen with cookbooks and salt and pepper shakers or oil bottles or any of those really, really nice counter setups that you see all over Pinterest. These trays would have been perfect for that. And lastly, in the basket section, I saw this awesome tray basket, like I mentioned before, but this one had wood handles, so it would have been a top contender for sure, even at $6.30. Before I left this section, I did also spot this really cool long wood tray with detail on each end, and I thought this would have been perfect for entryway styling, bookcase styling, open shelves in the kitchen, even honestly setting it up on a coffee table. I see this a lot on Pinterest, and people will lay those metal or wood chain links in them and other items like moss balls and things like that. So I thought this was a really cool piece. Next up was the artwork section, and this is where I scored my organize sign from one of my previous videos that I was so proud of for the price, and so I definitely wanted to take another look. And this time I stumbled across a couple of good pieces. I saw this really vintage looking piece of artwork, and it had like a burlap linen matting to it, which I thought was awesome. This piece definitely would have looked cool in a gallery wall or on open shelving or anywhere that you'd like to add some texture and some depth. As I moved through, something kind of caught my eye. I saw a pop of color, so I moved a couple of canvases out of the way and saw this beautiful piece of artwork featuring this amazing vase of flowers. It was huge. Like, I want to say this was about 42 inches wide, and it was just gorgeous. Like, even the frame was actually in pretty good shape, and it was not a bad color at all, and it was definitely right on stretched canvas. It was really, really pretty, and it was only $22, guys. I almost bought this for my kitchen. I've never changed the artwork in my kitchen before, and this piece definitely made me think about it. I also ended up seeing these two botanical prints. Now, I didn't love the frame. The frames could be painted though, or you could take it out and put it in a fresh new frame. And they were a set of two, so you could have easily stacked these vertically like you see on Pinterest in little hallways or entryways, even a bathroom. I feel like these could have really set off that nice vintage vibe. Last but not least in this artwork section was this vertical frame, and it actually had little clips of artwork from the Group of Seven, and I just thought that was really sweet, especially being Canadian. And that is it, guys. This again was just kind of a quick trip out for something to do. I had my son with me, so I can never be too long, but it's still nice to get eyes on all the pieces. Thank you for bearing with me and my voice in this video. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I can't wait until next week when I can hopefully get out to a new thrift store and see what they have. Thanks for watching.